Hello, welcome to tonight's team call. It is March 9th. March 9th. What the heck? Where is time going? Have mercy on my soul. It is March 9th, and I'm so glad that you are here to sit and chat with me. This may be a long team call, so buckle up, okay? I would love if you would interact in the chat, even though I don't read it because squirrel brain. I will read it by the time we are done at the end of this. So if you have any takeaways, chit chat in the actual chat box and be there for each other. But first, before we jump into that, what to know for Divine Dynasty Sunday, we have an impromptu hike. Yep. I'm ready for an adventure. I'm ready to get the heck out of my house. So I am taking full advantage of my Sunday, and I am going to load up and head over to Hemlock Cliffs, which is in Indiana. It is a little bit of a drive for me. It's almost 3 hours. So we're going to load up, head over there. We're going to plan to hike around 9 a.m.-ish. I'm still finalizing all of those details. I got to make sure my drive time, figure in the Indiana switch time. So I will keep you posted. I will announce it in the team page. But if you have a free day, it will be all day long. Then let's load up. Let's go on an adventure. Let's have some fun. Invite some friends. It's open for anyone and everyone. When I say hike, I know lots of people get nervous, like, I don't know what to do. How do I hike? Well, just put on some shoes and warm clothes and we'll figure it out. All right. We'll learn together. You don't have to have special shoes. Obviously, it would help comfort levels, but that's once we get there, right? The only way to start hiking is just to go walking. That's what we're doing. And we will, even though I am starting to become more accustomed to hiking, we are always focused on the least comfortable person's comfort level, right? So if one person is cold or wet or like fell into the river, then we're not going to continue hiking. We're going to call it quits and we're going to go get something to eat, okay? Like, don't worry, I'm not leaving you behind. I've had that comment multiple times, like, I'm just afraid of hiking because I'm afraid I'm going to be left behind. You will not. We are here for you. We are here together. Even if you just had surgery on your lungs and you didn't tell anybody and you feel bad for walking slow, we're going to walk with you, okay? Not like I'm calling any girls out or anything. Love you. Next thing to know is our Spring into Health flash sale. It is a flash sale that'll be taking place April 17th through 19th. And it will just be 3 days where we highlight some of our favorite products. It is products that we already have, products you already have discounts to, but we're just highlighting them, showcasing them, and getting people the challenge pack bundles before the end of the month, and those prices go up. And especially with that BFF $40 off code that new coaches have, we want to help you utilize that, help you take advantage of it, and help one of your friends. Next thing to know, Netflix night. Oh, by the way, I will post the link to the Spring into Health flash sale in the team page tomorrow or the following day. So be on the lookout for that. You are welcome to join for yourself, but you're also welcome to invite any of your friends. Like whether you're a working coach or not, you can just invite people to be like, hey, here's what we have. Okay. Like no pressure. This is what we're doing. And you're free to invite too. No one's excluded. So next, Netflix movie night is March 19th. Super excited for that. If you have not joined a Netflix movie night, then please hop in. It's so much fun. Gosh, the laughs in the chat window is the best. Also, as if the community opportunities we have is not enough, we are having our winery date at Willow Ridge. It is Saturday, March 20th. We will be meeting there at noon. That's when they open. I'll be bringing some snacks. You do not have to drink wine. You don't have to like wine. That's okay. You can just come and socialize with us. There'll be enough other people drinking wine that the winery is not going to be mad at you because you didn't drink any, and no one is pressuring you to drink any either. If you're doing like 75 hard or just don't like to drink, no judgment. You do you, boo. We're here just for the community, okay? What to know for Beachbody. Let's Get Up. VIP access kicks off April 19th. And that's where you can order early release. Then There's other dates for customer. It does not come onto Beachbody on demand until the fall. So if you are wanting to do Let's Get Up before then it's very important that you get the VIP access. It is a mix of weights and dancing. So I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for that. Also, Salted Caramel Shakeology is going to be releasing March 23rd. If you need a sample, dude, I'll make a post in Divine Dynasty. We'll get you all a sample so that you can try it before you buy it. Trust me, it is freaking good. Oh, so good. Next thing to know is Team Cup Second Chance. If you are on Team Cup's team and you did not hit Success Club or you didn't get any points, then this is your opportunity. Help one person get a challenge pack. One person get a challenge pack and you earn the muscle rolling wand. The FAQ details for that is 11051. I can't read. And then the last thing to know, and I think this is the most prevalent for our team, and I will go live about it later this week to kind of break it down. I have a feeling it will affect a lot of our team, so it's very important. Preferred Customer Program. It launches mid-May, and the FAQ for that is 7337. And what that does is, if you are a coach, if you're a discount coach, and you have not sold product or are not building your business, then we have this new thing that's running out that's launching out that's called the Preferred Customer Program. And that's where you still get the discount that you have now, but instead of being a coach, you are simply kind of like a VIP customer. You're a preferred customer. So you get access to that coach discount. You just are not able to earn commissions or run a business. So you will naturally see that happen. They go through all the qualifications of your account and whether or not you have sold anything or signed any coaches. And then if you haven't met that stipulation deadline, then you will notice that your account will drop down to preferred customer. So again, I'll be bringing more details with that. If you have questions, then check out the FAQ 7337. Now, tonight I am diving into the topic, why you're not losing weight. Okay, before I start there though, I want you to drop in the chat window, what is or was your initial goal weight when you started coaching? Why is the chat not showing up? Can you guys see the chat from my window? But it's not, I'm not sharing it. Okay, perfect. I'll just have to look at your comments at the end of this because it's not showing me. But drop how much weight you wanted to lose, or if you're still on your weight loss journey, how much weight you would love to lose now. How much, like, what's that number on the scale that you're working towards? Does everybody have like a specific number they're working towards? Like, raise your hand, amen. I will very honestly tell you, I do not. Yes, I used to. Absolutely, I did. But what I found was how detrimental to my health chasing that scale was, chasing that number was. And I got to a point where I lost 27 plus pounds from what I measured. And I was down to like 108 pounds, and I still didn't love the person in the mirror. And that's when I realized that what I was doing, looking for that weight lost, wasn't actually blessing me. And so we're going to kind of dive into that today. So you notice you're doing the work, right? Like every day you're up on the morning crew or you're doing your sweaty selfies, you're dropping them in the group, but you're not seeing the results. Like you're working your ass off. You are lifting heavy weights. You're doing cardio like nobody's business. And you're still not seeing results. Can anybody relate to that? Like, oh, why? Why am I not getting results? I'm doing the things, right? But are you actually doing the things, right? Remember that weight loss is so much more than just workouts. We think that it's a workout, but your workout is what? 30 minutes, maybe an hour. So it's like, I suck at math, but don't they say it's like 2% or 10% of your day? If even 2%, isn't it 2%? I don't know. 2% of your day, that's nothing. If you're basing your entire results on that 30-minute workout, what makes you think that you're going to get the results you want when you're using the other 23 hours in your day not taking care of yourself, right? I think that's the thing. We think that the fitness, we think that workout's going to get us the amazing results, but we don't realize we also have to take into account our nutrition, our mindset, our self-care, wellness, and the expectations we put on ourselves. So that's what we're going to dive into today. If you have questions as we go, please, again, drop them in the chat, or unmute yourself since it's not showing me the chat. The first things first, fitness. It's when you focus solely on workouts to get your results, you will end up feeling burnt out and super confused because, again, you're working your ass off, but for what? For this lie, the lie that workouts will equal results. What you do when you are basing your results on your fitness is you're setting crazy expectations. A lot of the times we say, okay, well, I'm going to do 7 workouts this week, and I've never worked out since I graduated high school, but I'm doing all 100 of these workouts. I'm not skipping one, and I'm not failing anything, right? Or maybe you're that person who's like, okay, I have to go cold turkey. I'm going full 75 hard. We're doing 2 workouts a day. I'm going to spend 4 hours in the gym every day, thinking that hard, that pushing yourself, that getting uncomfortable is what you need, right? And then you miss, let's say Friday rolls around and work was crazy and your kids are chaotic and you have all these family things and you miss the workout, and then what? You miss that workout and you give up on yourself because you told yourself you were going to work out every single day. You told yourself you weren't going to miss one day. Maybe you had an injury, you hurt your knee, or your back is aching, or I don't even know, you stubbed your toe and you can't even walk, right? And then you beat yourself up because you can't do your workouts. You have these crazy expectations, not allowing any wiggle room for life. And at the end of the day, you're discouraged. And you give up because, well, if I can't do 100, then I'm not going to. Oh, well, I'm injured and I can't work out, so why even try anything, right? We set these crazy expectations for ourselves and we don't make room for life. But what if you just spent the last time you worked out was when you graduated high school? What if instead of putting crazy expectations of 2 workouts a day for the next 100 days, what if instead we say, well, this week I would love to do 3 workouts. And then next week I'd love to do 3 workouts. And the week after that, let's bump it up to 4, right? What if instead we gave ourselves a little wiggle room so that we weren't having to double up when we missed a day? We weren't having to shame ourselves when we didn't do it perfectly. Okay, here's a question. How many of you have gone through a workout and you gave it your all, you did your best, and you got to end of it and you're like, well, I sucked. I actually could have done better. And you shame yourself, and maybe you even make yourself do another workout. Or the next day you make yourself do more because, well, yesterday's workout, it actually wasn't that good, right? Like, whew. The thing is, when we do that, we are using our fitness as a punishment for ourselves. Instead of actually having fun with what we're doing, we punish ourselves. We work out so that we don't gain weight. We work out because we hate our body. We work out to punish ourselves for who we are. Do you think those negative vibes are gonna actually make you feel good about working out? Do you think that mindset is really going to help you get those goals you want? Because it's not. When you're constantly punishing yourself, you're putting your body into stress. Okay. We're going to get into that a little bit more, but let's just leave that at that right there. Oftentimes, when we focus on the fitness for our results, we end up overworking our body. Again, maybe during injury, maybe stressful times in our life. Maybe you're that person who's like, God, I have only slept 3 hours every night the past week, but I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and have to do my workout. If you're not sleeping, you are overworking your body. Overworking your body is not going to get you the results that you want. It's going to cause more stress on your body. Your muscles will not grow. Your fat will not melt away. Your body will not tone because it has no time to heal, because it's not actually being able to take care of itself. When you're overworking your body, you're actually doing more harm than good. Maybe you're following that fad fitness trend, right? Well, I've got to do it because everyone else is doing it. And if she is cardioing like crazy to lose 20 pounds, then cardio is going to work for me too. Hey, this is just a little insight for me. Cardio actually doesn't help me lose weight. Lifting mixed with cardio helps me lose weight. Actually, the best results I got were from dancing, doing like a 30-minute dance workout. Best results in all of my Beachbody 6.5 years, dancing, right? But I always was told that, well, Sean T, he's going to be the one to get me results because he makes me cardio so hard for an hour straight. Love Sean T, and I'm not saying that he's not going to get you results, but when you're following these trends and things that other people are doing, you're never going to know what your body needs because you're not actually listening to your body. Instead, you're doing what other people are doing. This is just a newsflash. We could do the exact same workouts and eat the exact same food every single day for a month straight, and we're all going to get different results. Want to test it? Because I would totally do that with you. I can tell you, each person's body is different. So no matter what she's doing, just because you do it doesn't mean you'll get the same results. Another thing, when it comes to fitness, we don't always follow the programs, right? And maybe this is you, maybe this isn't you. I'm really good at following the programs because I like being told what to do. But when you're jumping from program to program, or you go for 1 week and you're like, oh, this is boring, I'm done, what's next? And you jump into something different, then you're never going to get those results because you're not giving it time. You're not giving it a chance. You're actually not trusting the process, right? It's, again, kind of just the fad of, oh, I have to lose weight, I have to lose weight. That scarcity mindset is going to constantly keep you trapped in that place. Or maybe when it comes to fitness, you are that person who lacks consistency. You do really great Monday through Thursday, but the weekend rolls around and Friday, Saturday, Sunday hits and you are peace out, Girl Scout. And then those 3 days, your body's like, what are we doing? And you binge eat. And we go into this whole process of YOLOing. And then we get to Monday and it's a struggle all over again. And then you're having to fight everything that you went through the weekend because it became your weekend. You weren't consistent. You didn't show up. You say, 21-day fix, man, that worked for you, Deidre, but I tried it and it didn't work. I tried it and I just didn't like the workout, so I kept turning it off, or I didn't give it a full chance. Well, if you're not doing it, then yeah, you're not going to get results because you're not actually being consistent in your workouts. And again, last but not least, I think this is something that I talk about all the time, is you can't outwork a bad diet. You could spend 4 hours in the gym, but if you're still eating Big Macs and soda and pizzas and junk food 24/7, it doesn't matter how long you work out, because the amount that you would have to work out in order to shed the calories that you are intaking, it's impossible. You don't have enough hours in the day, right? This is when I should have put up one of those pictures of like how many push-ups or how many burpees it takes to burn off that donut, right? Like, someone go post it in the team page. I know you got one on you. But these are just, when we're focusing on the fitness aspect of it only, these are a lot of the things that we're facing. And I don't know if any of these can connect with you. If so, put it in the chat. Which of these fitness lies really connect with you, where you're struggling in that fitness? But I think when we can learn to listen to our body, it'll really tell us what we need, right? Like, you don't have to think or overthink or set crazy expectations or punish yourself 24/7 or follow whatever they're doing. When you just show up and just be consistent with yourself, keep the promises to yourself, set expectations, but not so crazy that you're not going to be able to reach them, right? Listen to what your body wants and needs. It will tell you exactly what that is. So then the second thing, reason you're not losing weight, nutrition. You are what you eat. So let me ask you honestly, what have you been eating lately? You eating sugar? Are you eating only bread? You got to think of your food as fuel. It fuels your body every single day. It is the thing that gives you energy. It is the thing that helps you do those workouts that you love. It is the thing that affects your mood and your attitude and your digestion. Your food is everything. If it is like your vehicle, it is your body is your vehicle. Your food is your gas. It is your fuel. What's going to happen if you pour sugar into your vehicle's gas tank? Bye. There goes your vehicle, right? Like, it's not running. It's done. Done-zo. How do you think your body reacts when you pour nothing but sugar into it, right? Same. Your body is done. You're exhausted. You're worn out. You're tired. You really have to focus on what you're giving yourself every single day. And I know this is where I'm going to come in with those. I understand the lean cuisines and the healthy freezer meals. They're simple and healthy, but actually they're not healthy. Because when we can start to learn to read those nutrition labels and understand what's in our food, realizing that the whole natural foods are going to be the thing that blesses you the most, that's when it gets different. So true results come from what you eat. This is where I dive into the different things when it comes to nutrition that maybe you're struggling with. How much water do you drink a day? Yep, everybody, take a chug. Ready, go. Drink up. How much water have you drank today? Are you hitting that 100-ounce goal? And I'm not saying you have to do 100 ounces, but that's what I like to push for because I know that's how my body performs the best. The idea is half your weight in ounces. So if you are 200 pounds, well, then that is 100 ounces, right? So that's just a nice little average. Are you having too much sugar? If you watch the first nutrition videos that we had in Nutrition U, then you're going to see there's lots of hidden sugars in your day-to-day food. It's insane. When she pulled out that trash can, I was like, what in the world? At least I think it was in the first video. Yeah. I was like, what, that much sugar for us every single day? Are you kidding me? But we don't realize that the sugar is hidden into the food that we eat, especially for going out to eat, especially for stopping and getting those sodas and those energy drinks. When you're having too much sugar, even if it's hidden in those healthy treats, you're still not going to be blessing your body. This is the biggest thing when people ask me about off-brand shakes, right? The shakes that you could get at Walmart, the shakes that you could get somewhere else. I'm like, hard no, because the sugar that's in them, it's not even a healthy sugar. It's not even a natural sugar. It is straight up junk. Why do you think it tastes so good? Because they are giving you a shake full of sugar, and you think that it's healthy, and they camouflage it to be healthy, but in reality it's actually worse for you than if you would just make yourself a smoothie at home, right? Like, how crazy is that? When you can start paying attention to the sugars in your foods, that's when you're going to realize, oh crap, look at what I'm eating. Are you tracking what you eat every single day? Because if not, this is where I'm going to come in and say, you got to track it in order to understand what you're intaking. And I'm not saying like count your grams of sugars. I don't think that you need to do that. I think it's just being very mindful of where your sugar's coming from, right? Things like fruits, that's natural, healthy sugars that are good for you. Maybe you're that person who's using food as a reward, right? You did your workouts all week long and you're so proud of yourself and you're so excited. So you're celebrating with a night out with your husband, and you know you're going to have that margarita. And then on Sunday, because you did so good this week, you're going to enjoy the ice cream and the brownie because you earned it. I mean, yes, you earned it, but sister, you are not a dog. Food does not have to be a reward. Food does not have to be the thing. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay. Food does not have to be the thing that pushes you forward. Find a new way to reward yourself. When you are faced with those situations of going out with your husband, because that is me. Like, if I'm going to go out with my husband, I'm going to eat whatever the heck I want and I'm going to enjoy it. But know that it's not a treat. Know that it's a choice. You are choosing to eat that food, and there's no shame in that. But it is not a treat for you. It's not a special thing. No, it's just food. And when you can recognize that food is food and you are making choices every single day on what you're intaking, it's going to feel way different. You're going to break those emotional ties because you're going to recognize why you eat certain things and what it's doing for that instant gratification, right? Stop using the food as a reward and watch as your relationship with food starts to change. And I know it's hard because we've been raised from a young age to celebrate getting together with friends, to celebrate holidays and birthdays with food, right? Like, that's all that we know. But it's really understanding your relationship with food and breaking those emotional ties so that you can see it as fuel, as something that's literally just meant to fuel your body. Another reason that nutrition is probably the reason you're not losing weight is because you're skipping meals. You're not eating enough. Maybe you're that busy mom who you start your day like the kids are up like that. And you go, 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 go. And maybe at 1 o'clock, you're like, oh, my stomach is growling. Maybe I should eat something. Guess what? From 1 o'clock to bedtime, there is not enough time in the day to eat all your food. And maybe you're that person who's intermittent fasting. I get it. I understand it. If you're doing that, you still have to make sure you're eating enough food in your eating time frame. Do what works for you, but under eating will not do it. And I know it's so hard because we've been taught and we've been raised that diet mindset is right. That when we diet, when we eat less, that's when we weigh less. And that is such bullshit. I'm telling you right now, my body performs 1,000,000 times better when I give it lots and lots of healthy food. When I was eating nothing, I was overweight, I was grumpy, I was hangry, I was tired, I was stressed, I was fighting postpartum depression. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I'm sure 99% of that was because of lack of nutrients, vitamins, and fuel for my body. Whew. Another reason that nutrition could be the reason you're not seeing results is because you're overeating. You get home from the end of the day, so stressful, and gosh, I just need something to eat. Get me some chips, get me a candy bar, whatever it is, something in the fridge. It's already there in the cabinets. It's already there, super easy. And we sit down in front of the TV and we just stress eat. We just fuel our emotions with our food, right? We go for that instant gratification because it was a hard day, because we've been dealing with hard things, because we're stressed out and we're a mess. And we think that eating is going to be the thing that solves it. I love you so much, and I love you enough to tell you it is not. Because at the end of the day, when you eat that, then you're going to be like, why did I eat that? I hate myself. And you're going to go into this shame cycle. And then you're also overeating on calories and not fueling your body. Girl, if you want to overeat, eat all the salad, right? Like come home at night and you binge out on those salads. Let's eat it. Eat the salad with oil and vinegar dressing. If you can eat that, girl, do. Yes, I'm here for it, right? But if you're not willing to eat the oil and vinegar salad in order to heal your stress or your emotions or your bored tendencies, then you're not actually hungry. You're just trying to fuel those emotions. Let it go. Find something else productive that you can do. Take a hot bath, go work out, read a good book, play a game, have a dance party. Find something other than food to help you overcome those emotions. And maybe you're that person who's creating insane restrictions that are not sustainable, such as being 100% perfect, or no carbs, or cutting out all whatever foods that you think you need to cut out. Sister, that's not going to bless you. That's not going to help you feel good. You will, in the end, be resentful, angry, mad. It'll be stressed. You'll be stressed out. Creating those insane restrictions is not how I ever want you to live your life. I know that because I've been there. I have a very obsessive personality. So when I went all in with this, I ate those containers and I ate them perfect. And I'm so proud of myself. But I also went months and months without having cheats. I went all in, no cheats at all. And anytime my family would want to go out to eat or want to do something, we would always have to plan everything around what I was eating. Because if not, I was a pissy asshole because they were eating this and I couldn't have it. Eat the damn cake. Have a piece and move on with your life. It's not going to be the end of your life, and you're going to feel much better when you're not an angry, spiteful person, okay? Learn to be mindful and results will follow. It really comes down to what we teach in To Be Mindset and in the containers is just mindful eating, but they give you an outline to help guide you that way. But at the end of the day, if you can look at a food and say, is this whole, is this healthy, is this good? And you can eat till you're satisfied. Be very mindful when you're eating instead of distracted by your phone, distracted by the TV, distracted by this and that and the other, and shoving your face. Sit down and enjoy your meal. Take each bite in. Understand what you're eating, why you're eating it, how your food makes you feel, you're going to get the amazing results and you're going to feel 100 times better because of it, right? You can't control everything. I can't control everything in my life, but I can control what I eat. And the same goes for you. There's a lot of shit out of your control. But what you put in your mouth, in your body every single day, that is 100% on you. No one is putting a gun to your head saying, you better eat those cookies in the break room. No one. Okay? So another reason that you are not seeing weight loss results, right, is your mindset. It's taught so backwards. It's taught to work out and then maybe understand nutrition. But this should really be number one, right? Because if our mindset is faulty, and I say faulty because we were raised this way, if our mindset is faulty, then we're never going to be able to overcome those limiting beliefs or those lies that we've known our whole life because we don't know how to flex our mindset muscle. And this is the most important one. This is the one that you have to train. This is the one that you have to really grow in because this is what's going to give you the confidence, the power, the commitment, the dedication, the belief to continue moving forward. So maybe you can't eat right. Maybe you're injured and you can't work out. Freaking work on your mind. When you work on your mind, everything else is going to follow. Happiness depends on your mindset and your attitude. I get all the time people asking me, I just wish I knew I wish I could do what you did. Like, how do you do it? How do you show up for it? My answer is I didn't have a choice. I didn't choose negativity. I didn't choose all the other stuff because my mindset was shit. I knew there was no other way out except for deciding to change, except for growing. I was open to possibility. I was open to change. I wasn't full of scarcity. I knew that no matter what I did, I would not be in the place that I was. That was such a terrible place to be. I knew that every step would be a step in the right direction, be a step for change. So no matter what change happened, it was going to be better than where I was. Happiness depends on your mindset and your attitude. If you come in with an open mindset, you're going to see better results. Too many times we are so diet focused instead of making it a lifestyle. Raise your hand if you've been like, okay, I'm going to do this 21-day challenge and I'm going to have no cheats for 21 days. And at the end of the 21 days, then you're like, oh, I did it. Let's go celebrate with margaritas and dessert, right? Because that was me. I would do 21-day challenges and the group would be over and I would binge that whole weekend and then I would start my next challenge. And it was this nonstop cycle. And I constantly found myself like, oh, why am I totally fighting myself? Because I wasn't looking at it like a lifestyle. I was looking at it as a diet. If you are that person who is looking at this, at eating right, at moving your body as a diet, that's why you're not getting results because you're keeping it in diet terms. So that means you're only going for a little bit at a time, and then you go on your vacation or you have your binge weekend and you throw it all out the window and you gain those 5 pounds, which is actually just bloat. And then you're back to that whole spot of, oh, I feel sluggish, I feel miserable, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's because when you're just focused on the short term, you're never going to get long term because you're just focusing right now, right? We have to be patient. We have to really look at it in terms of longevity. This is your entire life. This is your entire future. Are you willing to show up every day, being mindful, moving your body, eating well, not perfect, so that this can be a lifestyle, so that this can be forever? When you're focused on the diet, okay. Too many times I've seen people show up and they've worked with me and I've helped them lose 20, 30, 50 pounds. And then they quit. And for some reason, they find themselves gaining all the weight back and more. And then they blame Beachbody. They say, it didn't work. I mean, no. It worked. It worked really freaking good because you lost 50 pounds. But then you quit because you looked at it as a diet instead of actually changed your life. And so now you've gained all your weight back. It wasn't the reason. You were the reason that it didn't last, right? Because we're too focused on short term instead of creating a new lifestyle around all of this. Maybe the reason your mindset is holding you back is because you have an I can't attitude. I can't get up early and work out. Well, I can't meal prep. Well, I can't eat healthy. I can't afford that. When you're constantly, I can't do those burpees. I can't lift that weight. Well, yeah, if you keep telling yourself, you're never going to do that. I can't lose 20 pounds. What you do when you do that is you're telling yourself how to behave. You say you can't, so what do you end up doing? You end up eating like crap. You end up skipping your workouts. You end up doing things to sabotage yourself just to prove yourself right. You prove yourself right so that you can say, see, I told you I can't. You are what you say you are. And if you say that you can't, you are 100% correct. Get rid of the I can't attitude and instead adopt a, okay, I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to try and be a morning person. Okay, I'm going to try and do all my workouts. Okay, I'm going to try and eat healthy, right? Again, it's not about being perfect. It's about simply taking action for the life that you want to live. Maybe your mindset is constantly punishing yourself. You do one bad thing, you miss the workout, or you ate the cookies in the break room. And then what do? You start beating yourself up. Well, you blah, 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 right? Like all these big, mean, negative things, calling yourself fat or telling you you're not worthy, or, oh, look at you in the mirror, poking at your body, or picking, you lose how many pounds and you pick apart your progress pictures. You're punishing yourself constantly for one little slip up or one little mistake. You're pulling yourself down. And guess what? You're not going to feel good about what you're doing, right? If you're not finding the joy in what you're doing and instead you're making it a chore, you're making it bad, you're making it terrible, of course you're not going to get results because you're always fighting you. Maybe you're nothing but negativity. Maybe you just crushed your workout and you did amazing and you did knee highs for the first time in forever. But at the end of it, all you can say is, ugh, but I only did one burpee. Ugh, but look how much better they are doing, right? The constant reel of negativity is never going to bless you. It's never going to help you change your life. You're going to be stuck in that place forever because you constantly want something to complain about. And that toxicity, it's in you. It's in you. And when you let it pour out, guess what your body feels? Totally toxic, totally negative. Guess what it doesn't do? It doesn't respond positively, right? Your body's hanging on to all that weight because you're being a negative Nancy. And I know that sounds so taboo and maybe like woo-woo, but it's freaking true. I can guarantee you that it is one of the reasons so many of you are not losing weight. Could also be that you're refusing to grow. Maybe you have a fixed mindset, right? Or a scarcity mindset. You look at her and you're like, oh my gosh, look at what she's doing. Look at everything that she's done. I wish I could do it. But you don't believe that you can. You're choosing to stay stuck. You're refusing to listen to the personal development or read the personal development. You're refusing to try that different workout. You're refusing to even shop for healthy foods because God forbid you change. God forbid you become the person you want to be, because maybe when you get to see that person, you won't know who she is. And then what are you going to do? So instead of actually growing and figuring out who she is or growing to learn who she is, you just stay stuck. You just stay grounded in your block of cement because it's way easier here. It's what you're used to. The other reason that mindset could be the thing that's holding you back is because you just simply don't believe in yourself because you've never been there, right? You've never done this before. You don't know how to do this, and you don't believe that it's possible for you. Sure, she can, but you don't believe because you've never done it. Let me just tell you, you're never going to know that you can until you take action. Action exits anxiety. Borrow the confidence from the future version of you that has already freaking done it and show up for the life that you want to live. Learn to believe in yourself, dude, because you are freaking capable. And the more that you say that you can't, again, back to the I can't attitude, of course, the more that you're going to reinforce the idea that you're stuck. You're going to continue refusing to grow simply for the fact that you're not believing in yourself. What if every single day you looked in the mirror and you say, you are so fucking capable. You are absolutely amazing. I believe in you 100%. If you started saying that morning and night every single day, how much different are you going to feel? How much different are you going to feel, right? It's going to be way different than you constantly saying that you suck. Just saying. Maybe you are also that person who chooses to stay stuck so that you can keep your identity and or just complain, right? Some people just love to complain, and I'm not calling you specifically out, but I'm saying as a whole, as a society, we love to bitch. We love to bitch so much. And what if you lose that weight and you end up being this really healthy version of you and, living that life that you imagined, that once you would get there, oh, it's going to be amazing. You don't want to actually do it because when you get there, how are you going to respond? What are you going to be able to complain about? You've been plus size your whole life. Who are you going to be? You don't know. You can't bitch and complain about not being able to lose weight like all the other women because you already lost it, right? So instead, we choose to stay stuck so that we can hold on to this lost identity because it's the only one we've ever known. Let me just tell you, if you keep going, the identity that you're going to learn is 1,000 times better. Oh, so much better. I wish I could just throw it at you like confetti. Take that future you and soak it all in because it's fucking amazing, okay? Just know that once your mindset changes, everything on the outside is going to change with it. If you focus on your mindset first and you learn about the compound effect, you learn about the 5-second rule, you learn about the baby steps, you learn about loving yourself, you learn about all of these mindful ideas and really growing into who you are meant to become. When you work on the inside, the outside is going to change with it. You're going to build that belief because you flex your mindset muscle. It's crazy. I know. So another reason you're not losing weight is because you're not focusing on your wellness, right? I know self-care may seem very weird and you're probably like, oh, blah, 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 right? But it's so necessary. And right now we're doing the 30 Days of You challenge. And everybody who's actually doing the self-care acts once a day, how much different does it feel, right? To actually look at yourself in the mirror or ask yourself, what do I need today? And then doing that thing. It's so different because fitness, sure, it's taking care of our health, but it's not taking care of our wellness. Your wellness is what's going on the inside, right? And it's so important that you take care of yourself because this is the one relationship that you actually have. It's actually the only relationship that you can depend on is the relationship with yourself. It is the only one that you are this intimate with. Your husband's going to go away at some point in your future. Your kids are going to move out. Your parents are going to pass on. And at the end of the day, it's going to be you and you. And that's it. And I don't mean to be morbid, but that's fucking true. This is the most important relationship that you have. Is it toxic or is it loving? And that's something that only you know, right? I mean, I guess I can't say that because when you have a toxic relationship with yourself, you're actually not the only person who knows. It is very clear from the outside, even if you try and hide it, right? I mean, just saying, love you so much. So now it's time to make yourself a priority. Maybe if your wellness is the thing that's holding you back, it's because you're not working from the inside out, right? Like you're not actually taking care of yourself. You're just check marking the boxes. Okay, we did our workout. Okay, I drank my shake. That's good. Moving on with our life, right? But we're not actually listening to when we need rest. We're not listening to when we have stressors. We're not listening to when we need more water. We're not listening to when we need to stretch or whatever that may be, when we need to get outside and enjoy some sunshine. If you watched my stories this last week, like I threw it all like, bye, I'm not doing anything. I'm taking care of me and I'm getting out and hiking. I'm doing what I need. And I text my husband in the middle of a hike with my son and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I not do this sooner? This is everything that I needed. Just getting out of the house for 2 hours and enjoying sunshine. But see, when we listen to what we need and we take care of ourselves, not just our fitness, damn, it feels good. That's what gives you energy. That's what allows you to be that person you want to be, right? Are you getting enough sleep? This is the big kicker. I know that everyone wants to put sleep on the back burner. 9 times out of 10, if someone says, oh, I'm doing all the things and I'm not losing weight, and they're eating right and, you know, all those things, and I ask them, okay, how much sleep are you getting? I don't know, like just some, because my kids and blah, blah, blah. Sister, sleep is a determining factor. Sleep is a reason you are not losing weight, because your body is constantly going. It never has time to rest. It never has time to catch up. That's your growth phase. When you are sleeping, that's when your body recovers. That's when your body heals itself. If you're not giving it that time to heal, no, you're not going to see your results, because you're constantly stressing it. You're constantly overworking it. Then not only sleep, but are you resting your soul? This kind of comes back to self-care, and maybe you're like, oh, this is weird, right? Are you actually doing what is going to bless your soul? Dancing in the kitchen, meditating, yoga, going for a walk. I don't know what it is. What will make your soul happy? Because it's bottom line here. It can look different for you than it does for others. Just because she does that to take care of herself doesn't mean that that's what you have to do. I know there are women out there who every single day, in order to take care of themselves, have to wake up and do their makeup and get ready. That doesn't bless me. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It just simply adds more stress to my life than me just being me. And it's giving yourself permission to know what you need, what your soul needs, what makes you feel good. And another huge, huge thing, and probably the biggest of all, is the stressors in your life. How stressed are you on a scale of 1 to 10? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest stress level you've ever had in your entire life. What's your stress level? What are you doing to address your stress? Are you actually facing it? Are you actually feeling what you're going through, or are you just sweeping it under that rug? Because I don't know about you, but sometimes my rug builds up and there's like bunnies climbing out, right? If you're not addressing the stress in your life, your body physically, you're going to watch me now. You can tell when I work out, you can tell when I take pictures when I am super stressed. You're going to see it in my stomach. You're going to see it in my neck. My body hangs on to it because it doesn't know what to do, because I'm not dealing with the stress that's happening around me. So if you're not dealing with your stress, chances are you're struggling with the same thing. So I want to challenge you every single day to ask yourself, what do I need today? And not just what do I need to do for everyone else, or what do I need to do for my family, or what do I need to do for other people? What do I need to do for me? That has been the one question that I've asked myself more times every single day. What do I need? What do I need to feel good? What do I need for my soul? What do I need to be happy? What do I need to get rid of this stress? What do I need to feel better, right? I want you to ask yourself that. Get a sticky note right now. I don't even know if I have one. I don't have one. Damn it. If you have a sticky note, get a sticky note right now and write on it, what do I need? And I'm not even joking. Like 100% not even joking. I want this to be a post for every single one of you guys, because I want you to do this every day for the next 7 days. And at the end of the 7 days, next Tuesday, I want to see a post about how this simple question has changed your life. Because when you actually do it, I will be able to tell, you will be able to tell, and everyone around you will be able to tell. When you take care of you, you will feel the changes. But you have to be willing to ask yourself, what do I need? And then also do the hard part of doing what you need. Deciding to go for a walk in the middle of the day when I had mom responsibilities, I had to take my kids to school and I had to pick them up at a certain time. The stressors of getting there, when I had a business to run, instead of choosing work, I just chose to get out of the house. Choosing to get out of the house and do that was so hard. Choosing to say, nope, not today on homeschool, and just going and doing that was so hard. Sitting in the woods was so amazing and it felt so good. But choosing to act on what you need, that's the hard part, because we have to overcome all those cages, those boxes we've been put into and told how to live. And instead we have to live our own way. That's the hard part. Maybe you need to journal or go to therapy or just sit in gratitude every day, whatever that looks like for you. That's why I have my morning routine every single day so that I can find good no matter what. So I can train my mind to go in that place. When I journal, when I focus on my gratitude, it makes me feel better because I am working my mindset. I'm working on my own self, right? I'm sitting in my joy moments to truly embrace those. Again, self-care and wellness can look different for every single person. There's no perfect way to do it. The only way that I will challenge you to do it is by asking yourself what you need and then showing up for that every single day. Do it because, gosh, when you're happy, it's just you are so different. You glow so different. You act so different. You show up so different. It shows in your smile. And that's all that I ever want for you is I want you to just be freaking happy. So then next reason you might not be losing weight is your own expectations. Sometimes we create our own heartbreak through our expectations. Expectations, did I even say that right? I don't even know, okay? Instead of just going and checking the boxes and expecting ourselves to be perfect, what if you just had fun? What if you just fall in love with the process? What if you throw the scale out the window, right? Because I have so many women who expect to hit a certain number. Raise your hand if you've ever been scale focused. If you have that one number, even now you have that one number, you're like, oh my gosh, when I hit this number, I'm going to be a rock star. I'm going to hit all my goals. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to love myself. This number is it. I want to ask you literally right now, if you know that number and you're brave enough to share it, put it in the comments. But even if you don't want to put the actual number, I do want you to put in the comments, what is that number going to mean to you? And I'll give you a second. No, I'm on a team call. Good night. I love you. Want to give me a kiss? Okay, well, you can miss today. I'm sorry. Your dad's not home. I'm on a call. Come give me a kiss, please. Love you. I'll tuck you in when I get upstairs. Sorry. Okay. So what is that number going to mean to you? If you are focused on a scale and you're like, okay, let's say you're pushing, you're tracking how many pounds you're losing, and then you're so close to that number, so close, you just want it so bad. Guess what's going to happen when you stress about that? Remember how we talked about stressors causing weight gain? You're never going to reach that number because you're constantly telling yourself you can't get there. You constantly self-sabotage. You're constantly stuck in that place, all because you're focused on that number. Throw the scale out. You can eat lunch, whether you eat a salad or pizza, and jump on the scale, and it's not going to tell you which one you ate. It's not going to be able to tell you how many workouts you did. It's not going to be able to tell you how much rest you had or how much joy you had. It's not going to be able to tell you what vitamins and nutrients you're missing. The scale is a liar. I don't know who invented that as our one determining factor on whether or not we're healthy. That's bullshit. Throw out your scale. Why are you so worried about that number? Because what happens if you get to that number tomorrow? Are you actually going to feel the way that you want to feel? Another reason that you're not seeing results when it comes to expectations is because you're not taking progress pictures. Raise your hand if you're that person who you're like, oh, it's Sunday, I got to take progress pictures, but oh, no, I'm not going to because I had a margarita. No, I'll just wait till next week. Oh, I'm supposed to be taking the daily progress picture, but I started my period and I might be bloated, so I'll just wait till next time. Yeah. Girl, I see you. I see you because I am you. I've been there. I understand. But taking those progress pictures is going to tell you so much more than that scale, so much more than those inches, because you're going to see how your body is responding. If you come at me and say, Deidre, haven't lost weight in a week and I don't know why, one, I'm going to tell you, well, that's not a plateau. An actual plateau is 3 months with 0 changes. 0 changes meaning no non-scale victories, meaning no inches lost, meaning no pounds lost, meaning your body hasn't changed at all. So what I'm going to ask you is, yeah, show me your pictures. Let's see what's going on. Why? Because when you take your before picture and your current progress picture and put them side by side, I'm going to be able to tell, right? I'm going to be able to tell if it's bloat. I'm going to be able to tell if you're bulking. I'm going to be able to tell all of these things. But if you don't have pictures to back up your action, you're never going to be able to see your progress, and no one else is going to be able to help you either. Because if you come to me and say, well, I was 125 pounds last week, but now I'm 135, I'm going to tell you, first, go take a big poop. But second, I'm going to say, so what? Like, and I don't know what's going on with the science. I don't know what's going on with your body. But when you're taking those progress pictures and you can see it changing, that's what is actually the biggest thing for me to be able to tell if people are getting results or not. Another reason is that you just simply need to learn how to celebrate yourself, right? When we throw out the scale, and instead we can focus on how our clothes are fitting, how much more energy we had, how much better we're sleeping, how we didn't yell at our kids today, right? Like celebrating those non-scale victories, those little bitty things, that's what's going to mean more. When you can fall in love with the process and be proud of yourself for what you're doing, whoa, baby, that's when you're going to start seeing results, because you're going to notice every little thing. You're going to notice that you did 6 burpees this week when last week you only did 4, right? Like you're going to notice those little things, because that is a measure of strength increased, right? Like, yeah. And a lot of the times you're losing without even realizing, because you're not taking the progress pictures, because you're not measuring your inches, because you're not celebrating those non-scale victories. Even though your scale's totally jacked up, you're still losing fat. You're still losing that weight. It just isn't showing on that scale because that's the only thing that you're looking at. You're getting results without even realizing it. You are so focused on being skinny now that you haven't looked back where you were 6 months ago to see how much different you were, right? How fucking crazy is that? Yeah? You're creating impossible timelines. That's another reason you're not losing weight, because you think that one sit up and you should have abs. You think one salad and you should be down 20 pounds. I mean, girl, I wish, right? You're creating these impossible timelines of, oh, I have to lose 20 pounds by the end of this month. 20 pounds in a month? That's insane. Right? You got to be 100% perfect. You got to 100% be double workouting with no skips. You got to be drinking your water every single day. You got to be loving yourself extra fucking hard to lose 20 pounds in a month. That's insane. That's insane. Why are you doing this to yourself? Because when you don't reach that goal of 20 pounds in a month, guess what happens? Hey, shame cycle, right? Well, if you would have blah, 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 blah. Oh, if you weren't blah, 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 blah. We create these impossible timelines which just discourage us. When we can remember that it's just a little bit of time, 1 pound a week, 2 pounds a week, those add up over time. And I'm not saying when you don't lose a pound that this is so detrimental and you're not going to reach your goal, because again, I'm going to tell you, go poop and you're going to lose that pound, right? Like that's just it. We have human bodies. They are constantly changing. It's constant thing. This is why it's a lifestyle. So let go of those shame stories that you keep telling yourself and know that it takes time. Have fun doing this. You have to get rid of the competitive edge inside you. You have to get rid of the jealousy and the greed. When you are so greedy to reach that goal, or so jealous of what she is accomplishing, when everything that you do, you're comparing yourself to someone else, no, you're not going to get results, because look at those expectations you're putting on you. You are your own human. You have gone through your own struggles. You have your own story. You have your own body reactions. Again, if we did a challenge for 30 days where we did the exact same workout, where we ate the exact same food, where we got the exact same amount of sleep, we are all going to get different results. I hope that is empowering to you. Maybe it's a little scary, but I really want to give it to you so that it can empower you to stop looking at other people and put your eyes in your lane. Show up for your life. Know that change is a process and it will totally take time. You have to give yourself grace and just fucking believe that you can do it. You've seen people do it over and over and over again. I am a coach who has helped hundreds of people get amazing results. You have tools created by professionals who have helped thousands of people get amazing results. You can too. You can too. Stop saying you can't. And disclaimer, If you are the one exception who is doing everything perfect, who is not relating to anything that I've talked about for the last hour, if you are that person and you're still not getting results, then let me just say there can be a medical condition underlying there, right? Like maybe it's PCOS, maybe it's endometriosis, maybe it's something different, right? Maybe it's a thyroid issue. Yeah, there are things that are happening inside of your body that maybe you don't understand and you don't know, and that's what's stopping you from getting instant results, right? Or making it harder to lose weight. That's 100% a true thing. But just know that if you let go of those insane timelines and expectations and you show up and you have fun and you make this your life, you're going to see the results, whether you have a medical condition or not, right? Maybe it'll be big, maybe it'll be small. Show up for you and watch as your life changes. Learn to love the you now. So, now that this has been an extremely long call, I'm going to open it up for questions, comments, and takeaways.
I mean, hit everything, man. I don't know how many times I sat here and I was like, oh, that's me. Oh, gut check. For sure, 100%, like on pretty much everything. So, yeah.
And I think that's the point too, is that no matter how far along each of us are in our journey, like there's a couple of us that have been here for several years now, but it's still like, oh, gut check. Like we're still, I mean, we still have the same struggles too. So, which also means we're human. It's not going away. You just have to learn to focus your mindset. I mean, it, I mean, you all know I'm doing 75 hard and oh, the shit. I could elaborate on like every single detail she's talked about tonight. And yeah, I don't even know where to start or where to end because it's just every point of it. All the nutrition is huge. Water, it blows my mind how much a gallon of water makes a difference a day. Like it's insane. And nutrition, like I said in my comments, I did 80-day obsession workouts, all of them, but I did not focus on nutrition and I got like that many results. So that's just a good example of like how it's not about the workouts. And also on a side note, I was afraid of lift 4. In my first week of lift 4, I lost 4 pounds. So lifting is where it's at. And progress pictures, yes, take them. Don't overthink them. Yeah, that's where I'm currently struggling with 75 hard, is just picking them apart because I am that person who I don't have margaritas on the weekend, but we go out to eat. So Sunday comes around, I'm like, no, I don't want to do progress pictures. No. But then I'm also OCD and don't want to take them in the middle of the week. So therefore, that's a struggle. But with 75 hard, you have to stand in front of the mirror every day. And it's awesome to compare back. And like you were talking about going back 6 months. Yeah, if you look back at like my 6-month transformation, 50 days is crazy, let alone 6 months. So it's just all about consistency and what you're actually doing every day. So are you going to eat crap every day or are you going to eat decent most of the I was thinking about that on the way home actually, about kind of like what is the 80-20 rule or whatever they say. I think it's something along that. And because even on 75 hard, like I'm not cheating, but I'm still always room for growth. Whereas I'm also struggling with food in my head of like overeating or not eating enough. And so even though it's not like a cheat meal, but to me, if I get too full, then I'm like guilty and I feel bad. So toning that in. So it's just weird things that like it's bringing out, I guess, but still growing through. So I don't know, literally every single point and so much of it is mindset, which is crazy, but it is so freaking true.
That's my thing with 75 hard that I'm afraid of, April, because I'm such a, like, I mean, you know me, I'm a perfectionist. I have an obsessive personality. So I'm so afraid, like, if I put that rule of nutrition 100%, it's going to take me back to that negative versus like where I am in a positive place now. So it's so real.
And that's kind of, now that I'm towards the end, that's where I'm kind of like struggling with obviously my progress pictures and being like, you could be better, or oh, like what are you not doing, and picking apart little things. But then the same thing with food, like, because I haven't, like I said, I'm not cheating, but it could still be better. And but I also didn't want it to be like you said, like worry about like to a T, where nutrition, like for the most part, I try to still count my containers, but there's been days I don't always like log them. So, which also makes a huge difference. And I noticed that. So again, not a scale thing, but just noticing in general what I'm eating or how I'm calculating versus what I'm not. And then, yeah, I'm also, like I said, I get to a point where I eat too much and so I'm full. So I'm struggling, which is going out to eat. You often do because they put it in front of you and you eat. And so it's just really learning like, okay, I'm full, stop. Like, yes, it tastes good, but stop. And so, but being like healthy about it, not being guilty and like picking apart my progress pictures about it. So that's where I'm struggling right now.
I think that's just it though. Like when we can make it a lifestyle, right? And just know that it's going to be a forever thing, and know that we're constantly learning new things, and we're constantly learning how to love ourselves as we progress. Like, hi, 6.5 years later, like I still struggle. I still have hard times. I still have times where I'm like, back to my old ways, right? But it's just learning as you go, and know that you're still going to have different things that you go through and learn and understand. Because when I first started, it was, well, I just need to learn how to do my workouts, right? And then I did 21 days of workouts straight, and I was like, I can do that, right? And then it was learning like, okay, now I have to learn how to eat right. And so I learned the containers, and I rocked them, and I got amazing results, and I was like, I can do that. And then it's like just baby stepping it. We kind of want to go cold turkey all in and like for a short amount of time, but just give yourself time to learn you. Like, I don't know. There's something empowering about that for me. So, all right. If we don't have any more questions, oh, sorry, April.
No, I was gonna wrap it up, but I was just gonna say that's also a struggle with me finishing 75 hard, is like I needed 75 hard because I need the accountability, and like you have to do it this way or you have to start over. And so now that I'm nearing the end, I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm freaking out. And it's all about keeping that mindset and not like, I don't think I'm going to fall off, but I don't want to like skip a step. And, so that's also a mind struggle. But yeah, so
That's me.
But it's 100% worth it. And I encourage everybody to do it because it is mind blowing. Like, I mean, obviously the results, but what it's doing mentally is ridiculous.
Well,